Everybody, welcome back. Stephanie Lee, Evidential Medium, taking you on my spiritual journey into mediumships and all things spirituality and metaphysical. Oh my gosh. So anyhow, this month we have really worked hard on shadow work. So this is our very last session on this, and you can go back and look at the other ones if you want to know kind of the progression that we've gone through. But in shadow work, we're talking about all those parts of ourselves that we just don't want to acknowledge. That shame, that guilt, the jealousy, the envy, the gossip, all of that. Because we have all of that inside of us, even though we don't want to acknowledge it, but we have it. It's there. And if you want to start on this spiritual journey and really look at that part of yourself that maybe you're not very happy with, this is the video I'm going to tell you how to start that journey. And I would start by using a journal, okay? Well, actually, let me back up a little bit. Let me do a little bunny hop. Okay, let me back up. If you have some really deep-seated traumas from your past, really deep-seated traumas, I would say go get counseling, go get therapy. If you have things that are just bugging the poop out of you, just that they're just bugging you, right? And stories that you just keep telling over and over again, this might be more for what you're doing right now. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a journal, right? And you're going to, every time that you are triggered by a person, by a thing, by a place, by a sentence. I mean, you could get triggered watching a movie, right? I get triggered watching a movie sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, right? And you want to start writing these triggers down, and then you want to start seeing the pattern. What is it that triggered me, and how did I feel about it? Was it that I didn't feel worthy, and so I could associate with the character in the movie, they're not feeling worthy, so, and I know that I've not felt worthy? Is it that I'm jealous and they're jealous? You know, where are your triggers, right? You really want to start writing all of them down. What things, what people trigger you the most, and why. And then you're going to want to start seeing the patterns, right? Oh, it's when somebody talks about this, I get angry. Or when somebody talks about this, I get jealous, right? Or if somebody talks about this, or I run into this particular person who just drives me up the window, out the wall, out the front door, down the block, I don't know, whatever, right? What is it about that person that is triggering you, right? What are they there to teach you? What are you learning from that? That you don't like that, obviously, but why is it that it's triggering you, right? So you're going to want to start your journal with that. You're also going to want to look at how do you overcompensate for these negative traits. So maybe you don't feel like you're a very kind person, and you're going like over and above to be kind to everyone, right? Or you know, you're another example, I guess, if you're a jealous person and then you just go out and start spending on that credit card, well, that's not really going to solve the problem. Yeah, you now might have everything the other person has, but now you're in a lot of debt, right? So you want to see, what are those things that are triggering you? Is it alcohol? Is it cigarettes? Is it, you know, abusing someone? Is it screaming, yelling? What are those? What are you doing to overcompensate? And maybe you're doing that because you don't really want to look at yourself. You're trying to run away from this, and you're trying to cover it up. You're eating too much, or whatever it is. You're binging TV too. You know, I don't know what it is that makes everybody get triggered, but what are you doing to overcompensate? And the third one is, where are my boundaries unclear with people? Like, have you told people, I no longer allow people to treat me like this? And if they continue to treat, do you get up and remove yourself then and say, I'm sorry, I've told you, please do not treat me like this. You're not allowed to treat me like this. I'm going to leave now. I'm going to leave. And you just need to get up and leave, because it's showing them, you're not allowed to treat me like this. When I'm at your house, you cannot treat me like this. You cannot yell at me. You cannot treat me like this. You set those boundaries continually. I will not be treated like this. If you continue to treat me like this, I will leave. I do not need to be around this. This is not good for me. So as you keep doing this work, you're getting life, you know, it's becoming easier because it's becoming more natural, and you're taking care of yourself, right? You also want to start writing down those stories. So when you're triggered, you get the emotion, something happens and you're triggered, and like, oh, now I don't feel worthy. I don't feel worthy. Every time you do this, every time I hear you do this, what I hear, the story in my head is, I am not worthy. I am not good enough for you. I'm not good enough to be anything because in your eyes, I'm not good enough, right? And that's a trigger. But you have to know that you are worthy the day you were born. You are worthy of everything in this life. And so you're letting them decide your worthiness. No, the hell no. That's their problem. They're projecting themselves on you. And you have to know that you are worthy. So when you hear that, that which triggers you about worthiness, right? You're like, that's a false narrative. I know I'm worthy. I am so worthy of everything. And what they're talking about is their own worth, because they're projecting it on you. And I'm not going to give that person power anymore, because I know I'm awesome. I know I'm awesome. Yes, I am awesome. And I am worthy of everything that is coming to me and everything in the world, right? So it's just changing that story as well. So when that trigger comes in, you want to flip that frickin' story, right? I just swore. I just used frickin'. Anyhow. So if the story is I'm not worthy, the story is I am worthy, right? Or is the story is I'm stupid? No, the story is I'm smart. I am smart. I am worthy. I am strong. I am full of love and light and joy. I am the person that I need to be right now. And I am fabulous just the way I am right now, right? So you're just taking that story and you're just flipping it. And you're just turning it around, right? I will be able to pay my rent. I will be able to pay my bills. I have been able to do it, right? I have been able to get through life through this far, right? I've done it. I am still doing it. And I'm going to continue to do it because that's exactly what I'm setting myself up to do. I'm continuing to do that. So, I want you to journal. I also, I want you to use meditation. Try meditation. I have a forgiveness meditation at my Meditations for the Soul YouTube channel. You can go on there. There's a forgiveness meditation. It's a guided meditation I do, and you can listen to that. Or you don't, if that doesn't work because you don't want to be guided through something, right? Then just choose one of the meditations on there and just start to meditate and start to relax and be in the moment when you're triggered, right? So if you're triggered, well, the first thing I would do is just say, excuse me, I just need a moment, right? And walk away. Just walk away for a few minutes. Take a few deep breaths, right? Really concentrate on your breath and settle yourself down so that you don't start to react, right? And then later on that evening, I would start journaling about it, right? And I'd start getting curious about, like, what are the things that trigger me? What makes me really upset and mad, right? Why is it that makes me upset and mad? What is the story that I have behind it, right? I'd start looking at all those stories. And then every time it comes back and you're triggered again by it, and you're like, I thought I took care of this. Every time it comes back, hopefully it's less and less and less. Because it's going to come back. It just will. You have to learn this lesson in this lifetime. So it's going to come back, right? So the first time it comes back, like I said before, it's like 98, then it's like 75, then it's like 50. So if it comes back and you're no longer triggered by it, because you've really dialed in and got, hey, I know this is a trigger. Nope, I'm going to change the story right now. I'm changing that story. That's my old story. It's my new story. And if you are no longer triggered, you're on to the next trigger, right? Like you're done with that one. But as long as it keeps triggering you, you're going to have to keep working through it. And I thought I had done some work and, no, that was not the case. No, nope, came back to bite me in the old booty. And I still work through it. And I'm just like, okay, obviously this is biting me in the butt, babe. So let's keep working on it. Let's keep telling the story. First of all, this person is no longer in your life and now they still have power over you. Be gentle with yourself and forgive yourself. So a lot recently what I've been doing is things from the past. It's all about forgiveness for me. If I bring it up, if something in my mind comes from the past and I start to get like, why did I do that? Why that's not who I am. Why did I do it? Why did I do it? Why did I do it? Obviously there was a lesson in there for me to learn. And now I'm just like, forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. It's done. You can't go back there, babe. You can't go back. It's not gonna happen. So anyhow, I just want you to just know that this is a journey. This is a journey that you are going to go on, and you're going to keep working at it on and on and on. And that's okay, because that's what it's all about. And the more you work at it, the easier it will get. And the easier it gets, the more compassion you will bring into your life, the more forgiveness you will bring into your life, the more gratitude you will bring into your life. I'm so thankful this trigger happened because now I get to work through it, right? And then you become more compassionate of others and more grateful for others and more forgiving of others. And you bring all of that towards you. And it's so fabulous, darlings. I love it. Anyhow, this is a very long video. I didn't realize that I just kept talking. So I'm going to end here, and I hope this helps. And I wish everyone a fabulous new year. 2022 numerology, it's the world numerology number 6, and 6 is all about nurturing. So I hope that we feel a lot more nurtured in 2022. And I hope that you all have peace and love and health in this next year. Take care.